Woodman here. This is Friday, July 5th, 2024. Um, I know we've heard the terms compassion as well as passion. Let's start off by comparing the two. Compassion involves recognizing the suffering of others and taking action to alleviate it. It is an empathetic response to the pain and struggles of those around us. Practicing compassion can lead to emotional connection, a sense of community, and moral fulfillment. It often requires putting others' needs before our own and seeking ways to help heal them or to cope. And by and large, compassion is a good thing. However, it should not be the sole focus. Our bigger focus should be following your passion. Unfortunately, and that may be a more selfish path, but there is good to be found in it. Following your passion involves pursuing activities or careers that bring personal joy, fulfillment, and a sense of purpose. It is driven by intrinsic motivation and the desire to achieve personal goals and dreams. This path often requires dedication, resilience, and sometimes taking risks to achieve personal satisfaction and success. We have to face hardship and adversity while doing this, but if we have passion about it, this should not be a problem. And that brings us to the next point, which is that in the fulfillment of our life purpose, in the fulfillment of the things that make us happy, we must pass through the gates of suffering. If we think of these gates of suffering, they're temporal points in time. Life's journey involves encountering various temporal points or phases, each presenting its own set of challenges and opportunities, which I would say that these might result in cycles. These points often manifest as gates of suffering, which are moments where individuals face significant adversity or hardship. As Paul said to Timothy, endure hardness as a good soldier. So let's talk about the paths through suffering. The first path that is possible would be the path of stagnation. Those who choose stagnation become trapped, unable to move forward. They are paralyzed by fear, indecision, or a lack of motivation, leading to a state of inaction and ongoing suffering. I would characterize this as the blue door that you're seeing in the image before you. This is where you become trapped in the past and you become sad and you become unable to move forward. The next is the path of vengeance, what I would see as the red door. The path of vengeance involves seeking retribution for past hurts. Individuals on this path focus on settling scores and righting perceived wrongs, but in doing so, they often remain stuck in the past and are unable to heal. Matter of fact, I believe that you're actually moving backwards when you do this. You're not only not moving forwards, but this backward focus prevents your personal growth and perpetuates suffering. If anyone could characterize what Satan is a time waster. Satan is there to be put in your path to make sure that you do not keep moving forward. The green door is the path of forgiveness, and this is the path we should be choosing all the time. We must choose to let go of past grievances and continue the idea of moving forward. This is about choosing oneself, prioritizing healing, and releasing burdens. Forgiveness allows individuals to transcend their pain, learn from their experiences, and grow stronger. It is a path towards personal freedom and emotional resilience. Let's talk about the importance of forgiveness and why this green door is truly the way. Forgiveness is essential for personal growth and healing. It is not about condoning past wrongs, but about freeing oneself from the hold of negative emotions and experiences. In other words, we shouldn't allow those to live in our head rent free. Forgiveness can lead to emotional liberation, whereby we are releasing our anger and resentment for the past hurts and wrongs. Personal growth, where we are learning from the past experiences, welcoming them as lessons to be learned, and that will therefore allow us to grow as people. Improvement, using the challenges as stepping stones for development, because the more that we learn how to solve problems, the more that we become efficient at moving forward in a way that is actually advantageous. And elevated living, achieving a higher state of peace and well being, getting to higher levels of consciousness, the process of ascension. Let's talk about emotional liberation. In emotional liberation, we're talking about the process of freeing oneself from the grip of negative emotions such as anger, resentment, fear, and guilt. It involves acknowledging these emotions, understanding their root causes, and then actively working to release them. Emotional liberation can be achieved through Firstly, self awareness. Recognizing and understanding one's emotions and their triggers allows you to really understand yourself better and what is good for you and what's not good for you. Mindfulness and meditation. Practices that help calm the mind and reduce emotional reactivity are good because emotional regulation is something that is important in order to be able to get through life. We all have emotions. How we deal with them and how we manifest them is important because it can either make our life easier or harder. Therapeutic techniques include cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, or emotional freedom techniques, EFT, which help reframe negative thoughts and release pent up emotions. What about forgiveness? Forgiveness is letting go of past hurts and grudges, which can lead to profound emotional healing. Now, I want to go even a little further into these four things, so let's talk about them some more. And I know it seems a little repetitive, but it's really important that we get each of these four um, parts of forgiveness, right? The first being personal growth. Personal growth is the ongoing process of improving oneself intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually. It involves setting and achieving personal goals, learning new skills, and gaining insights into one's behavior and thoughts. Personal growth can encompass continuous learning. This is engaging in lifelong learning through reading, courses, and new experiences. A lot of people feel that, once they've gone through education, that, hey, that's it, I'm done for my life. I don't want no more. I've educated enough. So I don't need to keep learning. But that's not true, right? You always need to keep learning. Whether or not you get another diploma is another story, but you should always keep learning. Self reflection is regularly examining one's actions, beliefs, and attitudes, where you go to identify areas for improvement, and we all do stand to improve. Goal setting is defining clear, achievable goals and working towards them methodically. And resilience building is developing the ability to bounce back from setbacks and challenges. That's one of the most important things that you can have as a skill because there are going to be setbacks and challenges. There are going to be high points and low points in your life. And dealing with those low points is what defines whether you will make it or not. Improvement. Improvement refers to making incremental changes and enhancements in various aspects of life, from personal habits to professional skills. Where can we see improvement? Well, here's some places where we can find improvement if we work towards it hard enough. Hitting the gym, hitting the track, doing yoga, health and fitness. Adopting healthier lifestyles, exercising regularly, and maintaining a balanced diet is important. Getting more plants and vegetables into your diet. No, plants and vegetables are not trying to kill you. They are your friend. Career development, acquiring new skills, seeking new opportunities, and striving for excellence in one's professional life. Relationship building, enhancing communication skills, fostering empathy, and nurturing relationships. Some people think relationships are just there on autopilot. They're not. Relationships must be nurtured over time or else they will stagnate and die. Time management. Learning to prioritize tasks and manage time efficiently to boost productivity. And productivity is a big thing, particularly if you're in the American markets, because that's how everything gets measured, right? Elevated living. Elevated living is about achieving a higher state of well being and fulfillment. It involves living a life that is aligned with one's values, one's passions, and purpose. Elevated living includes number one, spiritual growth, deepening one's spiritual practices and connection to higher power or purpose. In other words, how do you connect with the divine? This is important. This is something that we should be thinking about every day. Purposeful living, engaging in activities that are meaningful and contribute to a greater good. And we all have a purpose. We're all here for a reason. Our incarnations are not random. Holistic well being, focusing on physical, mental, and emotional health. And this is something you just cannot skimp on. You can't just say you're all right when you don't deal with the things you go through. You have to at some point process it and find a way to survive it. Having an attitude of gratitude is important as well because it helps you to focus on the positive aspects of life. In other words, if you go through life gloomy and downtrodden, you're not going to make it because you're going to lose the will to go on. You're going to lose hope. Emotional liberation, personal growth, improvement, and elevated living are interconnected processes that contribute to a fulfilling and meaningful life. By freeing oneself from negative emotions, continually seeking self improvement, and living purposefully, individuals can achieve a higher state of well being and fulfillment. So, what is our conclusion? Life's ebbs and flows present us with crucial choices at various points in time. These are when we reach the gates. While our compassion connects us with others, following our passion connects us with our true selves. Facing the gates of suffering requires making a conscious choice between stagnation, vengeance, and forgiveness. Stagnation being the blue door, vengeance being the red door, forgiveness being the green door. Embracing forgiveness and forward movement is the key to a life free of burdens and one that will be full of growth and fulfillment. We choose things we are passionate about because life is meant to be filled with adversity. However, the earlier in life we tackle the tougher things, the easier our life will get as we get older in some respects. Because once we've tackled the easy work first and laid the groundwork, then while there still will be trouble, there still will be adversity, it's inevitable, we must just learn to have courage to face it, to fulfill the dreams that we have, and to actualize our passion in concrete results. I hope that you enjoyed this message. If you're new here, you're welcome aboard. This is a safe place. If you're returning, you're what makes this channel wonderful and possible. I appreciate you. I love you. I love you. This is Friday, July 5th, 2024. Woodman signing off. Until the next one, have a wonderful and great day. Bye.